Thank you. My name is R.Joshua, and I did have a couple of questions, I guess, for the council. Number one, when is the shelter going to be created, or have you guys decided not to do it for the homeless? I was reading that article recently about how that site's not working out, it sounds like. And also, regarding the police workshop, is it possible to get that on the agenda? And I'll explain why I'd like to see that happen. And also, if it'd be possible to have a rain shelter, at least for the homeless, because when it rains, it can be really hard for them. And one more thing. Some of the homeless have been trying to get into sober living houses and things, but they have like a really long waiting list, so hopefully we can get maybe more sober living homes created in the area, because there are people that want to get free from addiction and, get their lives back together, but unfortunately there's not a lot of resources for some of the people out here. Now, some cops basically, I guess they came to Maxwell Park. One of the persons that is on the streets right now heard this, but they basically told the homeless around 7 o'clock that they have to go now, and it's like 7 o'clock at the park. So there's certain police that aren't so kind, even though some are. I met some that are kind. But that's part of the reason why I like to see the police workshop kind of happen, because I also have a video of police kind of doing similar things in Anaheim, so not all police are on board with the kindness agenda, as much as I'd like to see that. And I agree with, the importance, of course, of faith in Christ and loving your neighbor as yourself and instilling that in our societies. And of course, unfortunately, they've taken the Bible out of schools and prayer out of schools, so a lot of times you don't see the reflection of Christ in humanity, so much anymore, because people are getting taught what it means to follow Christ and those types of things. But again, I'd just like to see if you can answer some of those questions. One, is a shelter coming and when or where? Number two, can we get the police workshop on the agenda? And is it possible to get a rain shelter at least? And what's the possibility of creating maybe more sober living places for the homeless and people that need sobriety and help with that?
Probably best for me to refer you to Terry Lowe at Community Services, but maybe briefly answer some of those questions. The shelter is County of Orange is taking the lead, is there. The preview, the city is assisting, trying to help facilitate it, but it is enjoying working with the city and trying to make that happen. We're moving forward. I can't tell you exactly what on that, so maybe Mr. Lowe might go into more detail. They actually stand there in the back. The rain shelter also, Mr. Lowe, there's something where people can go when it's raining. Mr. Lowe, I haven't answered that one. The questions were.
You want me to help you? Or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one more was regarding the workshop for the police. We talked about that in maybe 2 meetings ago, that possibly we could have a workshop to kind of train the police on how to approach the homeless, and sometimes not to be so abrupt or rude for no reason, because sometimes maybe they get a call, like for instance, that someone's doing drugs or something in the park. So they go to the homeless where they're at, and let's say there's some that are sober and some that aren't, but they treat them all the same, and they say, you guys got to go now, and it's like 7 o'clock at night. It's like basically taking away their right to be there when they have a right to be there.
I'd ask the city manager while back to put some, a workshop, but a meeting together with representatives from the homeless community and some police officers, and also the folks from CityNet. I don't know if you worked with them or not.
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah.
So that's an attempt, and I think we're making progress on that. And, community coming together and addressing case by case basis and humane way the homeless issue, and trying to find solutions, because everyone's different.
Yeah.
Every human's different. And, so we're very proud of that. And our police department, I've gone on ride-ons with them, and I personally experienced tremendous acts of kindness and patience and empathy from what I saw. But that doesn't mean that we're 100% perfect, but it's a work in progress, and we always want to get better. Some folks don't respond well to kindness, and there's, like any group, there's people who are breaking the law, and we can't tolerate that.
Oh, not against you guys busting people that are breaking the law at all. I'm all for sobriety. I don't like to see people doing drugs and getting high in the parks either. So I'm against that too. So I don't have a problem with that happening. But the question, I guess, is when.
You can wrap it up, sir.
Yeah. Just asking when would that meeting be if we can.
You know, I'm kind of breaking my own rules here again because this is not on the agenda tonight. But if you talk to Terry Rowe, he can answer some of those questions.
Okay.
It's not on the agenda. It's not something that we can have discussion. I'm way out of protocol here to be. Yes.
Oh, that's okay. I just even get the meeting going. I don't know when or how to set that up.
City manager will.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
I would just clarify that with respect to your latter comment, you and staff are allowed to answer questions if you direct us to do so.
Madam Clerk.
Yes, we call for Keith Olson.